Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I am going to be doing yet another book haul. I was reorganizing my bookshelves a few weeks ago and there was just a few more books that I was like, you know what, I don't need these on my shelf. Let's just get around into it. So the first one we have is Happenstance. I read this one recently and it just was not for me. I did not like one moment of this book, so I can get rid of it. Then we have Hex and the City. Now this one I did enjoy. It was like a cozy fun time, perfect for fall, but I'm getting rid of the first book and I just feel like I'm most likely not going to reread this one, so I don't really need it in my collection. Then we have The Flat Share by Beth or Larry? Sorry if I said that wrong. I read this one, I enjoyed it. I think I rated it, I want to say 3 stars. But again, I'm just not going to read it because I did find myself getting bored at times. The writing style just wasn't really for me. I feel like I can happily get rid of this copy. Then we have Fallen Too Far. Now this one I read, it was okay. I think I rated it 3 stars. It was a good, fun, quick read, but I don't feel like I need it in my collection. I feel like I'm not going to continue on with the series. Also don't really want to collect the rest of the series. Because this is the first book, I'm just going to get rid of this copy as I'm not really interested in collecting the rest. I just also want to let you know that most of these aren't in order anymore because I did already film this video once and I'm having to refilm it, so they're all over the place. Then we have Permanent Record. This one wasn't really for me. I just feel like it might have been the writing style and I just don't see myself rereading this. This is going to be quite repetitive. Then we have The Wake Up Call by Beth or Larry, which is their most recent release, and I read this one. Again, I just feel like this author's writing style isn't for me anymore because every book that I read is like 2 stars or I find myself getting bored. So I don't know if it's the writing style or just the stories in general, but I feel like maybe this author isn't for me. Then we have this series from Tessa Bailey. You will see quite a few Tessa Bailey books in here just because I have decided that Tessa Bailey isn't really an author for me anymore. I will probably read some of their books, but I just don't need to collect them. I was hoping to collect all of them and I think I was almost there, or if not, I was there. No, I was almost there. But then I'm like, if Tessa Bailey isn't an author for me anymore, I don't really want to collect them anymore. So we have this series. We have Chase Me, Need Me, and then Make Me. I rated this one 1 star. I think I rated this one 1 star too. Those all really low. I thought I would at least like Need Me, and I didn't. Spy scenes were cringy. There's just cringy moments. The writing style wasn't for me anymore. The characters I just did not enjoy. So this series can go. Then following on from that, we have Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. I like this one a little bit more than Secretly Yours, but not enough to keep it. Then we have Fangirl Down and also The Orb Hair Affair. Now, I don't know if to keep these ones. That's the thing, because I feel like I didn't give them a fair enough chance, but then again I'm like, I can just read them on my Kindle, like reread them on my Kindle because I have already read them. I just don't really remember much about them anymore. So if you think I should keep these and reread them, let me know. Or should I get rid of them and just reread them on my Kindle one day? Because do I see myself rereading them? That's the thing. Then we have The Wingman. Now I'm getting rid of this one because I have 2 copies. My mum recently brought me some books off my wish list and I forgot to take them off my wish list. So I am getting rid of the copy that I brought recently, keeping the copy that she brought. The same with the Baby Dragon Cafe. The same thing happened with the Wingman. I recently brought this one and then I forgot to take it off my wish list. Buy me another copy. So my old copy I've given to my sister and I'm keeping this one. Then I'm getting rid of Good Boy by Elle Kennedy and Serena Bowen. I just did not enjoy this one bit. The main male character in this book, if there was someone like this in real life, run far, run fast. I just did not like this. I was trying to collect, again, all of Elle Kennedy books, but I just did not like this one. I don't want it in my collection, so I am going to get rid of this one. Then we have Love Me Do. I recently read this one. I wanted to keep it because of the cover, but then I realised I can't keep books just because I really love the cover. The covers are online, so I am going to get rid of this one just because it was okay, but not one that I'm probably going to ever reread. Then we have Bridgerton, It's in His Kiss by Julia Quinn. I am only getting rid of this one because I already have another copy of this one. I got 2 copies of the 7th book, so that's why I'm getting rid of this one. We have Girl Abroad by Elle Kennedy. Again, another one I just did not like. I could not stand the main female character at all. I just did not like this book, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Then I'm gonna get rid of My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I read this one and I just did not like the characters in this book, so I can't see myself ever rereading it. I did read this in a vlog, I want to say over a year ago or so, and I had a lot to say about this book. I rated it like 3 stars at the time, but now that I think about it, it is definitely like a 2 star. So I am going to get rid of this one because I just did not like how the characters only thought sexually about each other. Where's the chemistry? Then we have Alone With You in the Ether, and I feel like I don't need this one on my shelf. I didn't connect with it. I feel like I didn't connect with it. I don't know. I just feel like I'm never going to reread it, so why keep it on my shelf? Then we have Suddenly a Murder. Again, I like this cover. I would like to keep it for the cover, but I can't do that. I just did not like this story. The ending especially was just so disappointing, so I'm never going to reread it. Then we have The Maid. I didn't enjoy it, so I'm not going to reread it. Then we have The Switch by Beth O'Leary. So I'm getting rid of all of my Beth O'Leary books just because I feel, like I said, I feel like this author isn't for me anymore. Their writing style just isn't for me, and so I think I might not read any more of this author's books again. Although I don't want to say that. I just feel like I don't need to collect them or have them in my collection. Then I'm getting rid of Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. This one I just didn't enjoy. It's Talia Hibbert's YA book, and I feel like that's why I didn't like it as much. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't for me. I didn't connect with the characters or anything like that. I am gonna get rid of this one. Then we have The Burning. I read this one, I didn't like it. It wasn't really memorable for me. I don't need it on my shelf. Then we have The Murder Room. I recently read this for my 60/60 challenge, and again I was so disappointed by it. I went into it thinking it was one thing, and we didn't really get like the murder mystery at all. It was mainly about a main male character who honestly I just didn't really care about. Then I'm getting rid of The Book Proposal, and again this one just isn't really memorable for me, and I read it recently and I don't remember anything about it, so I feel like it can go. I can't see myself rereading it, and if I do, Kindle. Then I'm getting rid of Flock and Exodus just because I have the original covers of the whole series, let alone both of these books. I'm not really a fan of these covers. I don't have the third one. I was going to buy the third one, but then I'm like, I prefer the original covers, so I'm just going to get rid of these two as I don't actually like these covers at all. That is why I'm getting rid of these, because I don't need 2 copies. And then finally I am getting rid of If Love series by Anna Huang just because I read them and they're not a favourite. I didn't really enjoy them, and I was wanting to collect all of Anna Huang's books, but then I was like, I didn't enjoy these ones. I love Anna Huang's more recent books. These were like her debut series, I believe. Because I didn't like them, I was like, I can just get rid of them because I like all of her new stuff, and I'm collecting all of her new stuff, so I am going to get rid of these. These also took me ages to read because of how I was just bored. I didn't connect with the characters. That is why I'm getting rid of this series. So those are all the books I am getting rid of. If I remember correctly, there's 34 there, so I have got rid of so many books, which is shocking for me as someone who doesn't like to unhaul, who never used to unhaul. But I've kind of gone into this year thinking, make space for books that you love, you know. Like I was trying to get to that 1,000 book number because that's what's classed as a library, but I will get there eventually with books that I love and I want to keep, and when I look at it, it's like, oh, I love this, I want to reread it, I am attached to this type thing. So that's the type of library that I want. That's the way I'm thinking of it now. But thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave this emoji if you're watching till the end, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.